Yeah, this is episode 4 of the Beanstalk cast.
Is it 4 or 5?
It's 4.
It's 4? Okay.
Welcome back to Beanstalk. Last week we talked about Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon.
I guess let's just start whenever. There's some stuff going on, guys.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
What stuff are we talking about?
We were just talking about Last of Us 2. So why don't we get into it? Have any of us played Last of Us 2 yet?
I didn't even finish Last of Us 1, so...
I have played it vicariously through the experiences of my friends and peers.
Okay.
But if you ask me if I have physically played it with my own flesh, no, I have not.
I haven't played it either.
Neither have I. But, I've been hearing stuff about it, you know. Not very good things, mind you, but I've been hearing stuff.
That's pretty much it. When it came out, before it came out, everyone was complaining about how the story seemed like it was going to be really bad. And then it came out, and people are like, you know what, the story's not so bad, but you know what, the game might not be all that good. Like, as a whole, I think people have kind of softened up on the story because the game, at least from what I've heard, it's just okay. I don't know. I haven't played it. What do you have to say, Kevin?
That's the thing. I've heard much more harsher things about the game. Like, I think people were mad about the basis of the story because they almost hard confirmed that they would not do that in the first game. So when they said, "Hey, this is what the plot is," it's without being too spoilery, but spoiler alert ahead, kind of.
Skip ahead to 444.
Yeah, we'll let you know when it's not the spoiler anymore, and then I'll just shout out the time because that seems to be the best way. But it's a revenge plot, essentially. Yeah. And when the first game came out, they said, no, that's ridiculous.
Wait, don't give me the ending of the first game, though. Because I still have not played.
No, this is the stuff they were talking about
too.
Around when the first game came out.
I don't care about 2
Don't worry, as far as I know, the ending
No, see, that's the thing. I also love that first game, and I'm playing it also in my spare time. But...
Yeah. Like, cause I'm almost done. I'm like halfway through, at the very least. But yeah.
So at least from what I heard, I do know that it's a revenge story. It's about how Abby, this new character, kills...
Yeah, isn't it 3 people? 3 characters? I'm getting more spoilery. This is more details.
Oh, I didn't even know about the third character.
Did you know that Joel... Man, can I just go hard spoilers? Because I heard some stuff about this game.
Okay, Ismat...
yeah, before you get to me, yeah, that's actually
maybe
smart.
Cover your ears.
Cover my ears.
This is what I know about Joel.
Is this about the second one or the first one?
This is about the second one.
This is about the second one.
Okay, I don't care about the second one.
Okay, Joel dies.
Yeah.
Oh, in the second one?
Yeah, the game trailers lie to you and tell you that Joel's going to be more in the game than he is.
Oh, and then they just kill him off?
Yeah.
They kill him off in scene 1. Is that how it goes?
I think they kill him off in a flashback. As I
recall.
He
didn't get his own scene?
I mean, that might actually be wrong. But when I heard it, I'm like, it hurt me.
Oh, no. That sucks, man.
I threw my hands in the air like a big cartoon character, and the cooks and the dishwashers were looking at me. And I'm like, oh, man, and then they're like, yeah, we couldn't believe it either.
Because dirty.
All of... Yeah.
Dirty. They didn't even give him like an actual scene. They just flashback. Boom.
Yeah, and we'll see.
He got killed by a golf club.
Really?
He got murdered by golf club.
Yeah, see, I
That's
didn't know
the worst.
That's awful. Man.
There's so many ways to die in an apocalypse, and he dies by a golf club?
Yeah, at least in Walking Dead, they were like, you know what would be cool if we had this character murdered by a spiked bat? Because at least if we kill off a likable character...
And you know what we could do? We could then have Dave Chappelle be that guy with the spiked bat, and then everyone will love it.
And that would be funny.
Including myself. That was one of the best Saturday Night Live episodes I ever saw. But that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Also, not quite that the game is bad, but from a couple of people I've been talking to, they've said that it was uninteresting, and I think that's a little bit worse. Because it has all this game that has all this clout, all this built up behind it, right?
Because it's classic.
Yeah. It's a game that shouldn't have had a sequel, but
they
like, we thought this was the scenario that we could bring it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good contained story, and even though I feel like people could feel it, like, you know what, maybe this story is going to get a sequel, but how are they going to do it? What's going to come of it? And then we got this.
And then they said, here's how, and we didn't agree.
That really is the saddest thing, what you just said there. It's like, I always think, like, if a game or a movie is just so bad that I have something to laugh about for it, then I'm gonna remember how bad it was, and I'm gonna be like, man, that movie or that game is just so terrible. At least I can get a good laugh out of it. At least I can feel like I got something out of my money. But if a game is just uninteresting, if it's just like, oh, I played it and I don't really have any impression of it, it's just sort of a thing that I played, then I feel like that's worse than if it were just bad.
See, want to know what's a nice little hidden gem?
Yeah,
Spec Ops: The Line. That's a hidden gem right there. It's a very generic shooter, but the story is what drives it. Because if it weren't for like little
but the case here is it's story driven game, right? But the story, people, at least from what I understand of it, even I went and the game plays, do a couple sections for 5 minutes and then like 45 minutes of interactive like cinematic scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, with the influence of, controlled substances, and maybe perhaps maybe this game is for a different crowd, not the mass crowd we had thought it was for, but that's neither here nor there. Freaking Death Stranding, I'm sorry, but I gotta bring it up again. Why, Kojima?
Did you finally play it?
I might just cave in and play it, and then that would be some juice to bring to the podcast.
I still know nothing about Death Stranding.
No one does.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Not even Kamiya or Kojima. I'm saying the rules wrong, man.
It hasn't even come out on PC yet, so I haven't gotten to it.
Oh, it's going to come out pretty soon.
It's supposed to come out around, I think, when Cyberpunk 2077 comes out. So I don't think it was.
Hasn't that game been delayed again?
Yeah, it got delayed to September. So it was.
I think it got delayed.
November. Sorry.
The fact that you just said it, I think it was delayed to like March of the year after.
No, it was delayed to November.
It was just delayed again.
Again.
They're going to delay it tonight?
They just canceled it, but they're not going to tell me. So when they said, it's coming out September 23rd, and then nothing happens on that day?
I think officially it's November now, though.
Oh.
And then we're going to get to November, and they're going to be like, it's delayed until next January. And then we get to next January, and they're like, it actually came out in December? We just forgot to tell you.
No, and then it comes, and then like 3 days before it actually comes out, our company's going under.
Oh, no, not CD Projekt Red.
That would be sad.
Apparently, the infrastructure of our company has been embezzling millions, and now we have no money to finish the game.
Dude, that reminds me. There was this one MMO that was in production for like, I don't even know how long now. But it was called Chronicles of Lyria. That's exactly what they did.
They went under?
They kind of.
They delayed it until they died?
No, because they were just in production, I guess, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they were showing screenshots and little concept stuff, and they made millions of dollars off Kickstarter, and they were still making millions off of their in-game items that they were selling that weren't even in game yet
because the game wasn't even out.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy that was running it fired all his employees, and I guess ran off with the money. So I guess he's
I think I did hear about this. This sounds familiar.
This sounds like a lot of Kickstarters I've heard of.
But no, this one was this was a big project too, so it's really sad because I was kind of I had hope for it, I knew it was going to end this way, but I did have some hope for the project because it was just a really cool idea for a game.
It's if you don't know what the product is, then the product probably doesn't exist.
Well, I mean like Stadia.
Oh my goodness, Google Stadia is probably the greatest thing.
No, I say Stadia because it just makes me happy because it failed so miserably. And I just, that's Stadia.
It annoys me.
The thing came out.
It annoys me because, it's out and
now it's free to try. But do they send you the modem, not modem, isn't it like a Chromecast essentially, people were saying?
Yeah.
They got something that it's like a little device that'll connect to a server.
They send you a Roku TV, and then they're like, what? I already had one of those.
I know what 2 other consoles that came out that I'm pretty sure we all forgot about.
OUYA?
The what?
Okay, well, we'll make it 3.
What? Oh, man, okay.
I think that was the one by... Who was it that made that again?
I don't even remember. That was another Kickstarter that was just awful.
But no, the NVIDIA Shield, I think.
Oh.
Whatever it was, that little NVIDIA handheld thing.
I think
it was a handheld?
That.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, see, I'd be down for that.
But yeah, it was a handheld thing. I don't know what happened to it, but that was a thing. Mm-hmm. And then you also had
maybe
the one that Steam made. I don't think people use that.
The Steam Power? The Steam Machine?
Yeah, I think so. It might be that or something. I forget what it was, but I think they did try making a little console or something, and it didn't really fly.
It's actually almost like the same thing as the Stadia, because it's just a box that connects to Steam, and you
that's what it is. Yeah,
play games. You could just play games on Steam if you wanted that.
No, pay us your money so you could play it on Steam.
Yeah.
That's free money, Christopher.
Anyways, back to the OUYA. Since Kevin's never heard of this.
Yeah, no, I'd like to hear about that.
The OUYA was like one of the first and one of the most successful Kickstarter campaigns ever. It like made over $8 million.
Then why haven't I heard about it?
You see, there might be a reason for that. So the OUYA, the concept was like this little box. Gee, it's like we're talking about the same three things with the Steam machine and the Stadia and the OUYA. It's a box that's a game console, quote unquote, and they like have a service where you can download games, and it's like got a controller, and it's a cute little box that you keep next to your TV, and you can play games from a downloadable service on it. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it only was really powerful enough to play essentially app games that you could get on your phone. So it was a gigantic...
Wait, but did the OUYA allow... Okay, so could you be on the internet and play the OUYA and have other people use the internet?
I have no idea. Because
I heard that one of the suggestions for when the Stadia was not working initially, it was make sure no one else is using the internet when you're on the internet.
Otherwise it won't work.
And right away I'm like, I have little faith in my internet now, Stadia. You just put doubt in my heart. That's not good. But yeah. Anyways.
For whatever reason, it seems making a machine just to play your games.
Just to play games from a downloadable service.
Yeah. Not exactly successful, no. Not a successful endeavor at all.
Except Google's going to be really annoying about it and force Stadia ads down your throat every time you go to YouTube.
So when does Amazon make its own?
Amazon's not stupid enough to do that.
Yeah, no. Amazon's like God of War. It'll take bits and pieces of all the good shit. Be like, no, we're learning.
So yeah, what about New World? Have you guys heard about that? Amazon's New World?
Amazon's New World?
Yeah, it's a game that they're making. It's Amazon's first little endeavor into MMORPG.
It's an MMORPG where you travel through this world.
Do you have to log into the Amazon Prime servers?
I've got no clue. I don't think we know anything.
Can you do your shopping and play at the same time? That actually sounds really cool.
That's actually, you know what?
Like you could bring up your cart window while you're like doing a raid on a dungeon.
I think it's an open world just to find what you're looking for on Amazon.
Oh man! You joke, but I play that. That sounds great.
No, I think it's more like describe it, because it has something to do with like sailing to a new world. Not like Christopher Columbus coming to America, but no, it's more like I think it has something to do with like a zombie thing. I think I might be wrong. I don't actually know. I know very little about the game. I just know that Amazon's making it, and that it's a big deal.
Yeah, good job, Amazon. I didn't know they were making it, so that's cool. News to me.
Yeah, it's the first time I think they're making like a proper game too, so we'll see how it goes.
To tie that into something a little bit more recent, how do we get rid of the dumb goiter growth looking version of the PlayStation 5? How can we have a PlayStation 5 that actually still has like the disc reading in the console, but it doesn't look like it was an afterthought? Can we get because they announced the one that looked first. Remember, the one with the disc track came first, and then they're like, oh, the one we actually came up with first, and then we're like, oh no, what if they want the disc? What if they... Yeah. I hope there's a Black Friday bundle, and I hope the fridge comes up with equally ridiculous sales tactics.
You know what?
I don't know.
I have no doubt that that's probably what happened. They were like, you know what? We have this console that can just be a digital-only version. And then they saw the Stadia, and they were like, maybe we shouldn't have a digital-only console. Maybe this is a bad idea.
Also, you think, like, the first one was just the modem, and then they're like, oh...
You know what's interesting is there's still a lot of people that purchase, like discs to play their
Yeah, I, for one, am also a fan of, I actually like having a thing I could hold in my hand.
And I think the reason for that is because you have people that live in...
Innuendo, what?
No, but I think the reason for that is because you have a lot of people that still live in rural areas that don't get, very good internet connection.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they go to their local GameStop that still exists there. And
No, see, what's wrong? Is GameStop really in trouble? I don't think so. I mean, everyone's in trouble currently.
I mean, when Animal Crossing came out, they really did not want to close down shop because of Corona. Because they're like, we're going to make a shit ton of sales. Well, yeah, off of it.
Man,
they were open for the first 2 days that Animal Crossing came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was during the start of the quarantine thing, and they were still open. So I was going there, and I bought Animal Crossing. My sister bought her Switch and Animal Crossing, and yeah. So I mean,
see, I should have took this quarantine stuff more seriously. I also would have binged right before, because when I went to binge and I couldn't, there was no happiness.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know how GameStop's gonna survive, because if you look at because I dabble in the stock market a bit, and so
it's good to dabble.
Yeah, dude, I made like $3,000 because of Corona. And
to so that you could buy that extremely expensive freaking the freaking VR set that you bought that you still haven't paid for.
No, I haven't paid for it yet because it hasn't even shipped yet. They don't even have it in stock. I'm still waiting. But no. But anyway, no, because of they're trying to make a COVID vaccine, and so the company I'm invested in is in that race. And the stock went from $8 to $30 in the past couple of months.
So did you sell it?
No, I'm still holding on to it.
Okay. Well,
yeah, but
what if it continues to go down from this point forward, and you're like, man, clearly.
Well,
it goes from 30 to like 4 overnight.
Well,
and then to negative 12, and you're like, oh.
I bought it at $8 a piece, and then it went down to $2, and it was like that for a couple of years.
Years?
Yeah, years.
Oh man, okay.
And then Corona hit, and now I've got cash around me.
And now suddenly, it has turned into a string.
But anyway, back to the actual thing that I was going to mention was, no, GameStop's stock price has been crashing down ever since. Well, it was crashing down before, but
that's because they got. I tell you what, because they got rid of that cool. See, I gotta watch my language because editing is difficult. I don't know.
The stock price is up.
In my heart, I want to believe that they're okay, but clearly the evidence is not stacked in their favor.
No, it's not in favor of them at all, because their stock price is basically considered a penny stock at this point because it's less than $5. So, yeah,
I don't know.
Going down the toilet.
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't know what they can do to save themselves.
Sell your GameStop stocks right now. You probably bought them when they were like. Probably bought it when it was like $50, but you know what? You might as well salvage as much as you can.
To be fair, though, I don't think GameStop stock had ever hit $50. I think it was around like 20 or so.
Well, then that's a sign of how they were just primed to not survive something like this.
I don't know. I knew something was amiss when they had you had the Pro, and then they had the second one, the Premium or whatever, and then you had the big Pro Premium, which was like the third level. Where it's like, it doubles what you were already doubling, so it's quadruple the points, and you get like certificates and whatever.
Didn't they get rid of that?
They got rid of everything.
They did, Ismat. That's what I was trying to build up to it, but yes.
And
and
I never got my Game Informer mag. Every time I subscribe for that Game Informer magazine, it never seems to come.
Because they turned it into a digital magazine.
Oh, they did?
They couldn't afford to print it anymore.
Oh, that's why it never came to my house. Every single time.
Hold on, I have to interject. I get my monthly magazine all the time.
Well, then they just hate Ismat.
Well, no, because it used to come all the time, and then now it comes like once, maybe twice a year.
Well, actually, I think that's just I don't know. The mail I've noticed among the many things, but the mail in particular I have noticed the efficiency of the mail has nosedived. To be fair,
I think it's because they had too much mail.
Yeah.
Too much mail, not enough people. No, and also I think they closed some post offices around here too. So
no, but it's like I'm still waiting for my registration tags for my car.
Oh,
like I paid for that. Like,
well, that sucks.
No, and it's one of those I had to have it smogged and do the insurance and everything.
That sucks.
And no, everything squared away, but I have to carry all this documentation that says I did all these things because I can't get a stupid sticker in the mail that says I did all these things for everyone to see. Man, I mean, Chris, you don't have to deal with this, so that's cool. Because, man, there's a bunch of dumb stuff that comes with the cool stuff. Being able to drive to Jack in the Box whenever I want.
Speaking of cars, my mom's car broke.
Oh, no, what happened?
Yeah. I don't know. Apparently it was smoking or something. So, while they were driving yesterday. And, yeah. Or not yesterday, the day before. Yeah, I think it was yesterday, the day before that. But anyway, yeah. So, my mom's not too happy.
At least it brings you joy, apparently.
Because it was, at least from his perspective, he can see the comedic side, and that's good.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta laugh.
Also, other people's problems are funny, Chris, don't you know? It's easier to laugh when it's not your problem. And that's not race. That's not controversial. That's a fair statement. But anyways,
I think we went off the beaten path, huh?
Yeah, we went pretty far.
Everything has to do with everything.
I guess so. Yes.
Everything eventually comes back to GameStop.
Thought everything comes back to Last of Us 2.
Everything comes
which
back
was the true root of this combo.
Which we know for sure did not make GameStop any money.
Yeah, man. Oh, I don't know.
In fact, I think GameStop lost a bit of money when they returned it.
You're right.
No, isn't that where GameStop was making its money? Because like you turn in all these games, it's like, oh, here's $3, and you're like,
not when you got that 7-day warranty or something. How many days you got to return your game?
I don't know.
I forget. I think it's like 10 days or something like that. Is it 10 days?
You have a limit.
Oh no, I was see, I actually at my local GameStop, I actually was cool with the staff and clientele of the one in the mall in particular. Yeah. So yeah, no, I would get calls about, oh yeah, we get new statues are in stock, or oh, I got this game, do you want us to hold it for you? I'd be like, yes, please. And then I'd show up like after my shift that day to be like, hey, I got a call, and they'd be like, oh, and it just has my name on a sticky note on it.
Oh, that's nice.
No, it's cool. It's all about who you know, right?
Yeah, definitely. No, some of those people at the GameStop are pretty cool. Like I know this one.
No, they offered me a job and I didn't take it, and I gotta say, it's a good thing I had the wisdom.
I think you made the right choice.
Because yeah, if I had been working there, I'd be super not. No money for Kevin.
I think you'd be worried where your next job's gonna be.
Yeah. And honestly, nothing about my everyday life has changed, and I'm really happy about that. Fortunately, I was already a shut-in, so I was already standing 6 feet away from everybody. I wasn't wearing a mask, but that's okay.
Like 30 feet. No. Wherever the next house is.
So yes, we got really far off.
Yes.
And then we kept going far. Other than Last of Us 2 happening, some things. Fighting games.
Yeah, what about fighting games, sir?
I don't play much of them, so yeah.
You should get into that. They're quite good.
But all I do is button mash. I don't know how to play.
Yeah, well, see, you gotta have the patience.
I don't got
patience. To learn the sequences of button mashing.
I did kind of want to make this podcast primarily about current fighting games.
Okay.
At least as far as we can take it. I guess first things first, the first thing that came to my mind when I saw it this Monday, the new Smash DLC fighter.
Another one?
Oh yeah, who is it?
Min Min.
Who's that?
From ARMS.
Oh.
Who's that?
Noodle Lady. From ARMS.
It's that point in the DLC where you don't care until your character comes out.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
You're gonna
cool,
like
they have another character in there. Yeah, great, cool. But I
think the only one I've got is the plant guy.
ARMS got in, but Goku didn't? Come on, Smash.
No, Vegeta's getting in next. Because Mr. Sakurai during the presentation was like, this character is voiced by this guy who voices Vegeta in the Dragon Ball series.
Wait.
The Japanese or the English? Are you talking? Is Christopher Sabat voice files in Smash right now?
No.
Wait,
Japanese man.
Are you telling me that Dragon Ball is in the Nintendo universe?
No.
Actually, there were a bunch of Game Boy Advance games that did come out for the Dragon Ball. So they did come out on Nintendo systems.
Wait, those don't count.
So would Yu-Gi-Oh!
What,
also
Christopher?
end up in the Nintendo universe?
Yes.
No.
No, but Yu-Gi-Oh's in that other one that no one likes.
Because I would love
Jump Force.
I would love a Yugi and a Kaiba just
play
beating each other.
Jump Force is it got all you just want.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they got the
Jump
Kaiba
Force.
and the Yugi just
Yes.
smashing each other?
Yes, actually. And it looks way better.
That game is
Alright,
pretty funny in concept, but I hear it's actually just a crappy fighting game.
Yeah, I also heard it's a huge schlock.
But really, the best fighting game ever? Digimon Rumble Arena 2.
How dare you?
Hey.
How dare you remind me of that game and make me sad that that series has been gone for like 20 years.
That was the best game. I played that with my cousins all the time. It was great. I always played as Gilmon, and then would become Gallantmon. And then I would always use the shield attack. Spam that. I would just sit in the corner of the, what was that map? Dry Gulch or something? And I would just sit in the corner on the top left where no one can reach you except from beneath you. Yeah. And just spam that shield attack. And no one can reach you.
You are that kind of player, aren't you, Ismat?
I definitely am. And then whenever someone tried to do the up attack from beneath you, because they can hit you from...
Yeah, the anti-air.
Yeah.
Some refer to that as.
And so you would just jump up and smash down, and then they would fly back down to the ground. Oh, good times.
So I've never heard of none of that. So much like you viewers or listeners, no, I play the much more relevant, the Mortal Kombats. Man, you say you don't play video games as much. I say you should.
What do you mean? I don't play fighting games. I play plenty of video games.
Oh yeah, no. See, I messed the phrasing on that, and that's on me. But yeah, whoever's listening, if there's no one there, that's cool too. The new the expansion for Mortal Kombat 11 recently came out. The Aftermath. First big expansion from MK. It's 3 new characters and like story extension, plus all these cosmetics and all these new mechanics in the game. I don't know if I like it anymore.
Why? What do they do?
So they have this. I guess it's a game mechanic now where certain moves break armor now. It was first introduced with Spawn, and he was the only one that...
in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
That's a thing? I didn't know that was a thing.
It's a new thing.
That's a new thing, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense, because I'm pretty sure I played at least one Mortal Kombat game at a friend's house, and there was no armor thingy. It was just
for some reason they have gone back to no armor, and I don't know why.
Okay.
No, that's incorrect. It's all armor and no armor at the same time. Because regular moves have armor, but the move you want to have armor the most, the big the crushing blow, so to speak. Yeah, no. You could sneeze on a person and they freak out. They can't handle it.
If you guys haven't noticed, we're all in the same room for the first time.
Yeah, if this...
Oh, yeah.
If there's some weird sounds going on, and if it seems extremely hectic this time around, that's because I can't edit around us talking at the same time, because we're talking on one microphone. This is a special podcast. This is the first time we're in the same room. We used to do it on Discord, but that wasn't great. This probably isn't great because we're doing it in a very awkward way, but...
Yeah, Chris is on his bed. Kevin's on a chair.
I was inclined to believe all 3 of us would be in the bed, but I guess that's not the case.
No.
My mama always told me I couldn't bring men into my bed.
You say that, but I don't believe for a second your mama said, Christopher, don't bring no gentleman up in that bed. I think it was more like, don't get no girl pregnant. But if you get a guy pregnant, Chris, that's magic. I think you get a high five for that.
That's true.
That's like some biology altering power that you have. I don't know. Or I guess like frogs. Frogs.
I don't know.
What the hell were
Didn't
we
you know?
Oh, Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
The guy who sells apartments. Oh man, I forget his name. Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, Goldblum.
And he explains how frogs can just they could just do whatever, and then they're like, oh yeah.
The best, dude. Oh, good. Independence Day was on the other day, and I kind of wanted to watch it just because Goldblum.
Yeah, because Goldblum's good. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, first awkward podcast, but yeah, we're working the kinks out. Yeah. We're getting there. It's the beanstalk. It's beanstalk. We're growing. We're getting there.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Thought we were talking about how we went off topic.
Yeah. Something about Mortal Kombat or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's just a bit of a rant.
Something about armor and no armor.
Do we want we want to continue on this fighting game topic?
I guess I have a little bit more to say if that's okay with you.
Go ahead.
To elaborate further, it's like when you have the big super move in a fighting game, you expect it to
tear out the spine.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean that's usually the match is over and you already beat them.
Oh, I see.
And that's the haha you lose kind of thing. No, but what I'm referring to is when after you once your health gets to a certain threshold in Mortal Kombat 11, you get, I believe it's 30%. You get access to the crushing blow, and the crushing blow is basically a super move that you hit with like both triggers, if I remember correctly. Now, before this patch, you would launch it, and then all but low attacks would knock you out of it, which was fair, kind of, at times, but it was fair. Now,
Any attack?
no, I was playing some good old online yesterday, and yeah, the maddest I've been in a long time at a thing that was not a person. Because you think, oh man, I'm about to land this move and win this match. No. Because the tip of his heel the model may have overlapped with your model, and now you are knocked unconscious, and then the match is over because your super move lost to a sweep of the leg.
I'm sorry to hear this, Kevin.
It happened multiple times. It was not a good day. And then I had to go to work, make bread all angry, plate those plates not looking good. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so there. I guess I'm doing that. It's off my chest. I feel better now, but yee.
Alright, Chris, anything else on the fighting game topic?
You know, when I brought up Min Min in Smash, I thought I had more to bring up about it. I don't really.
Well, I mean, sure, there's something. I mean, you played ARMS, right? Did you?
No,
I assume. Oh, you haven't.
No, I haven't played ARMS.
I don't even know what this character looks like. So I hear this name and I'm going.
She blonde.
She's
actually blonde bowl cut.
She Chinese. She got noodles for arms. Like straight up.
No, she has fusilli arms. Because of course true.
I've got really no clue which character this is or from what game.
It's okay. They're all the same.
They're all the.
No.
They're a character with fusilli arms, and the fusilli arms do the thing.
No, they look different. It's just in that game you can only
No,
really
they're all
play.
the same. You're remembering wrong.
It's not like they have different moves or anything, because the whole point is that you're using your arms to actually punch.
Wait, hold on. I thought the whole thing was they had different moves.
No. Actually, you can unlock different, like, arms, quote-unquote, like, hands. Mm-hmm. Whatever is on your hands, you can have different things of those. And you can... But then aren't really moves, because you're just using your arms to actually punch with the Joy-Cons. You can only play in that way.
So you're saying a sprite appears on the enemy, not actual damage?
Well, it looks like they're taking damage.
Well, I don't know what the best thing ever, because you said you punch with the Joy-Con. It reminded me of the Wii. And when I would play The Godfather on the Wii, and you got to actually punch with the Wii remote, and that was the best feeling ever. And when he wanted to choke someone, he had to shake the Wii remote and the nunchucks at the same time.
That sounds awesome. What game was this? You said it's The Godfather for the Wii?
Yeah, it was The Godfather for the Wii. It was the movie tie-in.
Okay.
And it was the best thing ever. And then when he wanted to put someone on fire, you had to have the 2x4, and you had to... And then you had to make the movement as though you're putting them on fire. It was great. Great game.
You know what's also a good game on the Wii that came out? I played Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 on the Wii. And I tell you what, when I made that Kamehameha and almost threw my remote at the TV every time, that game was the peak. Oh my goodness. I since then have rebought it for like the PlayStation, and it's still good. I don't know, but some of the charm is kind of gone. I could still do the motions with the controller, but it's not, the gameplay isn't dependent, so I don't know.
That's a shame. But about Dragon Ball, this week, have you guys heard of the app game Dragon Ball Legends?
I have heard of it.
No, I have not.
That's the extent of my knowledge.
They released a new character. Do you know who the character is?
Is it Shallot?
Is it Goku again?
It's Goku.
Oh, I got it right.
It's Kaioken Goku.
See, I know nothing about Dragon Ball, and I guessed it right. I'm so proud.
Like just regular old base form Kaioken Goku? Like, what do you mean?
I don't remember, because I just remember people being mad about it. I'm pretty sure it actually just is base Goku Kaioken. Because, like...
Yeah, see that?
This is not a great thing. Because what people got mad about it is that game has been out for like maybe a year and a half. And apparently the PvP, which is like the main selling point of the game and like the main mechanic of the game...
Yeah, the focus, rather. Right?
It's awful. The system is awful. It's like...
Oh man, that's great.
You played Counter-Strike, so...
Oh, Global Offensive? Yeah, I played
that.
Played
CSGO. It's like you get points for winning, right? You get points for winning in matches.
I'm going to get some drink. I'll be right back.
Well, You get points every time you win a round.
And if you lose, don't you get a little bit of points taken off?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about your ELO, like, after the end of the game, yeah, and you get deranked, and there's nothing sadder, because you can never rank back up. At least that's how it feels.
So in in ranked PvP or like just whatever in PvP in Dragon Ball Legends, you get 3 points if you win a PvP match.
Yeah.
You lose 50 points if you lose a PvP match.
Oh no. I would hate life. God, no. And I thought CSGO was bad. Actually, no, it probably is that bad. No one knows what the actual, like, ranking system works. People just kind of, like, pray to God that they're like, oh, I'm going to get a rank up today. You know, it took me a month just to rank up once from, I think it was, like, Silver 3 to, like, Silver 4 or something like that. It was ridiculous. And that's like the 4th rank in the ranking system. That's not like anything like, you know, so there's like, it goes like, so you got your silvers, then you got your gold novas, and then you got your DMGs and your eagles and all the fancy. But yeah, just to go 1 rank up, it took me a stinking month of playing. That's like 1 to 2 games a day too, mind you.
Yeah.
A full month.
Yeah, just coming in. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, no, just as a person, yeah, no, I hate that for you. I don't even know what it is.
No, it was Counter-Strike. It took me a full month to get 1 rank up, and then I deranked after a match after that, and I was really sad.
Aww.
Because I lost one. I think I lost 1 or 2 in a row, and I was like, because it deranked me right after, and I was like, well.
All that work immediately down the drain.
Literally. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I should be fair and say, and disclaimer again, I've never played Dragon Ball Legends for more than like 5 minutes. I never even tried the PvP. I just know that it's a really cumbersome and boring game.
That sounds infuriating. It really does.
So that's only what people on Twitter were being like. It's like, please fix your PvP. This is awful.
But yeah, no, Kevin, if you since you missed the elo system, apparently it's a +3 for a win and a -50 for a loss.
So it sounds like I was right in my guesstimation of this is awful. You know, see listeners out there, sometimes your gut just knows things and you should just go with it more often. Sometimes you're wrong, sure, but you know, sometimes, you know. But anyways, you know what anime app game is awesome that I've been playing is that Bleach Immortal Soul.
Oh.
Is there really such thing as a good app game though?
Yes,
really?
I just named one.
There are games. There are.
It's called
games
Bleach
that don't
Immortal Soul.
Annoy you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what was one that was actually kind of like though? It was called Black Survival. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting one. It's like almost a.
What was the name of it again?
Black Survival. It's like a Hunger Games.
What was it again?
Black Survival.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a Hunger Games kind of style thing. So you could you choose different locations to go to, and you search for items and stuff, and then you kill other characters with those items. But yeah, it was a little fun little thing. Yeah, there's not really much. There's Hearthstone, but that's on PC as well, so.
So it doesn't technically count.
Yeah, exactly.
Should I? I've been thinking about getting a PC. What do you think, Christopher? I mean, you had your PC.
I think I saw it in the living room.
Do you have a laptop?
Yeah. No, but I mean like a gaming PC in particular.
As a PC gamer myself. Yeah. Once you go PC, you can never go back.
Yeah, see, that's the fear. And once again, sometimes the gut knows. I don't know if I'm ready to make that commitment.
It's like that saying, Kevin. Once you go black, you can never go back, right?
Don't
Something
say
like that. No, that's
I like the one that involves you needing a wheelchair afterwards. That one's much more graphic. I like
it. But you know, like with the PC, once you go PC...
Once I go PC, I'm going to need a wheelchair? Oh.
I guess so, yeah.
It's just going to rock my world and I can't walk after.
Yep.
Also, I might not be at the level intellectually, I don't know, because if I were to get a PC, I feel like I'd have to build it from scratch. Well, and as I stand, as I am as a person, I don't think I'm at that level.
I'm incompetent, and I can't do that. So.
Yeah, see, I was trying to dance around that, but yes, I am also incompetent.
So I did buy a pre-built one. I got it from, I think I got mine from Cyberpower PC, and it's
you know what's funny? I had forgotten you could buy pre-built gaming PC.
Yeah, it was expensive.
See, now my argument falls apart. Okay.
Yeah, it was really expensive, mine. But that's because I also got like everything that I
got things with it.
Yeah. So like I went with the 2080 when it first came out. And no, actually 2080 Super, I should say. So yeah, which is one step higher than the 2080. But
No, yeah, see, you just threw a bunch of numbers at us, and I have no idea what that means, but you had such enthusiasm in your eye. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, so I went
man, fucking 280 Super, holy shit.
Yeah, so it was the 2080 Super, and then, so that's got the ray tracing and all the fancy stuff. And then I also got the Intel i9 9900K, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's also came out really recently. And then, I think maybe within like the last year. I think that's how long I've had my PC so far now. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's been a full year yet. Probably been like 6 or 7 months. Anyway. Yeah. Those are the fancy stuff in there, you know. And then, you got your 16 gigs of RAM and other goodies. And it did come with Call of Duty and a couple of other games.
Oh yeah, which Call of Duty?
I think it was what was the one that came out? Not World War II, the one after that.
Modern Warfare?
Yeah, there you go, that one.
That's a solid game. I'll throw that into the rotation from time to time.
I still have yet to play it because it takes up 100 gigs of space, and my computer's always full. So. Yeah,
see, for your particular situation, it might not be in the cards.
Yeah, no, my computer's always full of stuff. So because I always have like 10, 20, 50 games installed at a given moment in time.
No, see, that's why you just need the hard copies, man. So you could have all these games, but then have all the space
but
also
Kevin,
on your computer.
PC, when you have the hard copies, you still have to install it into your PC.
Yeah, see, you're selling me on this non-PC having, so I don't know. No,
but I think PC is great because you got literally every game you can think of plus. So any game that's on consoles usually is on PC unless it's a like a PS4 exclusive.
Unless if it's Nintendo. Literally nothing from Nintendo is on the PC.
You say that, but then you have emulators. So
Ismat, that's illegal.
Hey, no, it isn't. Maybe I don't know honestly.
If you have already bought the console, and the
hold
game,
on. Let's set the record straight. I would have assumed it wasn't, but is it illegal?
It is illegal.
I think if you don't have the game, it's illegal. I think if you actually purchased the.
If you've purchased the game and the console, if you have purchased the console and you've purchased the game, you can prove that you have the cartridge. You can use emulators for like entertainment purposes.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it works. So like,
can't help
because technically you'd have the what's it called, the rights.
You have given them the money, so you have the right to like not. You can do it in a way that you want to play it.
Yeah, I guess so, something like that. I don't know the exact details, but yeah. Mm-hmm. But no, I like playing on emulators. Good fun. So like what I've got I played like Emerald on an emulator.
Yeah,
it's good fun. Yeah.
And we've proven that you have already bought it, so we won't get in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've got the Emerald. Basically, any of my Pokemon games.
No, it's funny. I think I also played an Emerald on an emulator. Or no, it was Jackson back in high school. Like I played it on his phone. Man, the emulated version was. Man, you could buy rare candies at the store, man. I'm like, man, this isn't a game.
That's probably a hacked version or a cheat code.
Yeah, like,
probably. Yeah, see, I didn't have the wisdom or knowledge at the time. I just thought, man, this was so cool. Why wasn't it like this originally? But
not like your phones can play emulators. The only problem, though, is if you're trying to do the whole Rayquaza thing in Emerald with the bike, you know what I'm talking about? That's going to be such a pain in the ass on an emulator. Because, with the Game Boy, the controls are a little bit more smooth, and so you can actually.
Yeah, because it was made for the Game Boy.
Yeah, and so you can get those sharp turns that you need to do when you're trying to get to Rayquaza a lot easier, but because it's.
Oh yeah, on the phone
Yeah, on the phone it's
it's
god awful. On a computer you can probably pull it off, but yeah, you kind of need a Game Boy for that.
Hey, on a side note, Chris, as my eyes wander, I can't help but notice you and I have the same Broly statue. I'm like, oh man, I recognize that bulking piece of man anywhere.
That big old Super Broly. I do love that Broly.
Speaking of things around the room, I see a poster of Los Santos. And it just reminds me, is there ever going to be a GTA 6?
No, not as long as they can shell out GTA 5.
That online casino that they have in GTA 5 apparently makes them bank.
Yes.
Man, we're going to have the next generation after this upcoming one. It's going to be like, oh yeah, get freaking Grand Theft Auto 5 on your PlayStation 6.
Grand Theft Auto 5 Super Ultimate Edition.
I'm going to pitch an idea, and it's probably pretty bad for the gaming industry if someone actually does pick this up, but I would play the shit out of it. And that is if you were to make an actual casino as a video game, but with real money, where I can make real money.
Like loot boxes?
Kind of, but no, like an actual casino where there's, like you got poker, you got blackjack.
Well, where it's actual
like an actual virtual casino that I get to walk around.
So instead of just doing things that are like gambling, let's just make gambling a video game.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and gambling would be how you fight the monsters.
Oh, dude. I told you about my idea, right?
Yeah.
Make like a kaiji video game, but it'd be like open world and be pretty awesome. Mix a little bit of Kakagurui in there. Yeah. It'd be great.
Oh man, where she's splooshing all over. She's like, "Oh, I have no more chips. It's a bit. How could I possibly win?" And you're like, "Man, you're on the cover, girl. Come on. There wouldn't be a story if you lose here. Come on."
That's the.
And then she did.
The cool bits is like I would think of a game where you'd bet your organs or you bet fingers or something because you have no more money to bet, and so that would be the risk. And if your character dies, well, he dies.
Why do you?
Yeah, see, now this sounds more like a kind of like an homage to like Jigsaw kind of ideas of things where you got like it's kind of like a spin. You got it. It's not quite the same, but it's within the same realm.
I guess, but you're the one taking the risk. You're choosing to risk it. For the biscuit.
But what's the reward? Why am I risking my?
Well, I mean,
my organs
I would presume
for petty cash? No.
I mean, if you really want petty cash, or maybe you're just a sick animal and you want some part of them, I guess.
Oh, you never know. You might hit the jackpot.
Yeah, I guess so too, Chris.
No, what if it's like, oh, you got to put your pancreas on the table, otherwise your daughter doesn't get the vaccine for the whatever, and you're like, whoa.
The Zombrex?
Yes. Although Zombrex is apparently you just take the pill every so often and you're fine. Like,
yeah.
How did the apocalypse happen when they just had the Tylenol for zombie stuff?
Zombrex wasn't a cure. It was just like a treatment.
It was literally just NyQuil.
It was just a shot. Couldn't cure zombieism.
Then how did that universe continue to exist? I thought you totally could. Or did they just kill all the zombies?
No, zombies just kept existing because once zombies exist in the world, zombies don't stop existing in the world.
I think the game, because in Dead Rising, right? That's the game that we're talking about.
Yeah, Dead Rising.
Yeah, okay, cool. I got it right. Like, so I've got them all, but I haven't played much of it. But there's that one part where like if you don't get the Zombrex, you get them
for your daughter.
Yeah, yeah. She
becomes a zombie and then you lose. The game over.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the point of Chuck continuing his journey if he doesn't even accomplish the one thing he wanted to?
So I mean, you could assume that even when you're not playing, you still have to go get that Zombrex.
Yes.
Yeah, I love there to be like a real-time mechanic in the game where you go to sleep and wake up the next day and you load it up and it says game over. Your daughter needed Zombrex at roughly 4:32 a.m. and you were asleep like a huge piece of poo, and you let your daughter die, and you're like, why, video game?
But wait, what happens if the world just runs out of Zombrex?
That's actually the problem in the game. It's that you can't just find Zombrex anywhere, because you like have to specifically ration how much Zombrex you have. You only get a few shots. Like you can buy them, but they're super expensive at the store, so there's a limited amount of Zombrex that you can find just in the world. And that's what made that game really hard, because you had essentially this burden. You had a burden attached to your leg.
You hear that, children? Yeah, this ball and chain.
In other words, Chris, you're saying that he should have just let her become a zombie.
Yes,
he should have, but
the failure of the game design would not allow him to.
No, Mike Green, the character, wouldn't let it happen. But I mean, I'm playing the video game. I bought the video game. Chuck, just get out of here.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, Chuck, you're not real. Your opinions don't matter. Oh.
No, I mean, I feel kind of bad because, eventually the world is going to run out of Zombrex because no one's making any more of it, right? I presume?
No, I think pretty much in all of the games, the zombie outbreak had been isolated in whatever city they were in. And like,
oh, yeah, you're right, huh?
Like that Las Vegas,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that Vegas city that they were in where Chuck was doing the game show, it was contained to just being in Vegas. Like the rest of the world was fine.
Because they don't exactly leave that mall.
No.
Why? But in later games, like in the trailers, you had like airplanes crashing and zombies piling out of them and all this other crap.
I think they just ran out of fuel.
Yeah, in 3.
Just coincidentally.
honestly don't
Somehow. No, I think that's like some Final Destination crap. Like Death Incarnate made the people forget to refuel before they took off.
Dude, I've seen all those movies. Those movies are
But
great.
the dumb kid cried and he's like, no, Daddy, I don't want to go on this plane. And then they get off and then the plane crashed and they're like, oh. Man, that Final Destination movie crap is... Oh.
Did you hear, guys, about SpongeBob?
Yes, in fact, I did hear about the SpongeBob. In fact, he's sitting in my Amazon cart right now.
That's good.
Waiting for my next paycheck.
He's flying to my house right now. Or something.
What about you? Ismat, you down on the SpongeBob train?
Or the Battle for Bikini Bottom?
Yeah.
Ooh, I've been wanting to get it because, you know, I had it on the PS2. Game's so great.
The game
I hadn't thought about that game for a long time. But
And then they decided to make a remake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that game was so hard, though. It was such a pain in the butt to beat.
No, because it was still in the point in time when games didn't care if you could beat it or not.
Especially that part with where you're trying to climb Squidward's face. You know what I'm talking about?
What? Do you mean
I thought the dumbest crap was fighting
like
inside giant robots. I mean, spoilers for a many-year-old game that many people know.
Who cares? You can't spoil SpongeBob. Who cares?
You can. You can all...
all
SpongeBob is
it was the musical notes where you have to jump on the...
Yeah, Squidward's Dream.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, that was difficult and that was really funny.
It was a good time. It was just a pain in the butt.
I like Sandy's Dream, where it's just like the weird freaking Confederate flag trails in the sky, and you're just using your SpongeBob tongue to lick it and go and do it. And I'm like, man, SpongeBob, man, what a good game that Bikini Bottom it is.
She is from Texas. I mean, we can't deny that she shares Texas values.
Are you trying to imply that Texas is a Confederate state? I don't think they were they?
No. But for whatever reason, Texas likes to side with the South as if it were the South.
I don't know. I like to think that
I think it depends on what part of Texas you're in.
And I might be remembering the game wrong, but I mean, it'd be funny if maybe one of the designers was like, "Oh, I'm going to put something in for the people who know what's up."
He puts a swastika on the bottom of Sandy's shoe.
No, you find one tucked in a book tucked away in Squidward's bookshelf or something. And you're like, oh, okay, here it is.
Finding you get a cutscene with SpongeBob's like, Squidward, what's this? Why did I find this in your house?
And then he sticks a single squid tentacle out, but we all know what he's actually doing. For those of you who can't see me, I'm doing the thing.
The thing.
The thing.
If you don't know what the thing is, you have some history to catch up on.
The thing is in the thing, the old movie.
The thing that the man did. The thing that the man who did the thing to those people.
The thing that the people were doing. We're talking about the High 5.
Oh, that thing.
But Squidward can only...
movie.
I was trying to be subtle and smart, but he has a tentacle, so it's... And that's how he would respond. And then that way they don't actually have to say anything and they can't get in trouble because he didn't say anything.
He didn't say the words. He didn't say the words.
And because it's just a tentacle, you can't say he did a hand thing because he just... To most of the children who would be unable to pick it up, they'd be like, "Oh, he just waved his arm for no reason."
He waved his arm. He didn't salute.
But then the parents would go to watch the episode.
Are you implying that when he does that weird squiggly dance, that's what he's doing?
I'm not saying no. You're thinking about it, and we're talking about it, and that's a win for me. The guy likes bread in a can. Like, geez.
Wait, which episode was that?
When he moves to the Squidward colony and they're just all living in Squidward faces.
I love how he just wants I want to move back after that. He couldn't stand to live with his own kind.
Yeah, he's like, geez, what a bunch of... Like,
Patrick
and SpongeBob were just looking at him like, come on, guy.
I know, he was looking straight at the mirror all around him.
No, fortunately, when that comes out, I like to think we'll all be able to play. I didn't know there was multiplayer in Bikini Bottom. I think that's what you're saying.
There's a co-op mode. It's like a horde co-op mode where you get to play as the characters and do that horde mode.
Was this in the PS2 era as well?
No, this is
new. I think
this
is a new feature.
Okay, because I was about to say I don't remember this, but then again, I didn't have any internet on my PS2.
Yeah. Well, it's...
Oh yeah, back when you had to have the plug-in and all.
Yeah,
that.
and then you also had to do some weird stuff with it, and I'd never.
And it was finicky and unreliable, so yeah, no. Good riddance.
But
anyways,
but in the remake now, it's both local and online multiplayer. I think if you do online, you can get 4 players. If you do local, you can only do 2.
I see.
No, see, I had assumed that we could just like you would create a lobby and then we could just go through the main game squatting up. Was the ultimate actually?
I don't think you can go through story mode in co-op.
It would make sense, but you know.
Because then it would come down to okay, there's 3 characters, right? Because there were originally 3 characters. And I'd be like, okay, well, I got sandy cheeks all the time. Fight me, and then you guys have to fight over the schlubs.
I think I remember playing.
One of you can get the main character, the SpongeBob, and then the Patrick Star.
There was 3 characters you can play as.
Yeah.
SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing as SpongeBob and Patrick, and I remember playing as Sandy.
Yeah, Sandy, you played with her like when you go to the downtown.
I see.
Man, what I love about that first version of the game, you could see all the stuff you're gonna do in the game, like square one.
I just remember how much of a pain in the butt it was to like just open up new areas.
Also, Mr. Krabs is a cheapskate piece of poo, and he deserves to rot in a fiery pit for those outlandish prices. It's a gold spatula. Give it to me. You're not using it. Jeez, man.
Kevin,
yeah,
you work in the service industry.
I do.
So I'm sure you feel their pain.
Yeah, there is pain to be felt. It's rough.
So
man, oh wait, hold on. Just especially now that it's hot, man, and the kitchen doesn't. Oh, for those of you that don't know, I'm working in a kitchen. No, that's the thing. Our air conditioning is loud as all hell, and you could hear it above everything, but you can't feel it above everything. If that makes any sense.
We don't work in a kitchen. I work in a warehouse, so it can get pretty warm back there.
Yeah.
And all you got is that big old fan. It doesn't really do much.
It just blows the still air at you, and you're like, that's not what.
Well, no, it's up in the air, so you don't even feel it.
Oh.
You know, you're just like, oh, well.
Yeah, I think I just have the baby conditioning at my work. Like you could hear it working, but you can't feel it working.
Just stuck in front of the oven.
No, and I'm on the bread station, so I stand in front of an oven, an active oven,
that
through the entirety of my shift. Yeah.
And it's like 100 degrees out, and you're like, ah.
No, and it's like 110 something. You know, like it's bad.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
No, but it's cool. But you know, the bartenders and the managerial staff, they bring us, you know, like water and sometimes Modelo if we have the right manager.
They need to keep you hydrated so you don't die.
No, that's the thing, if we have a group effort to be like, oh, we're so thirsty, if only we had a picture of Modelo Especial, and then they'd be like, oh.
Speaking of Modelo, I keep finding boxes of Modelo just sitting out in the back of the warehouse. Just like empty, you know, boxes, cardboard boxes. Because the wind blows it in. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep.
I don't think the wind blew in those boxes.
Kevin,
I think someone put them there.
Kevin, stop leaving the box of Modelo outside my warehouse.
It wasn't
cluttering the place.
Not because you said so, but because I choose to. I will no longer place those Modelo boxes in the warehouse.
Thank you.
And I don't work. And with that, I think with that, we're going to call it here for episode 4. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Follow us. Follow Beanstalk at Beanstalk Tweet on Twitter. And follow Beanstalk on Facebook, the Facebook page. How are we going to end this? What's the joke we end on?
I don't know. We've been all over the place today.
Actually, maybe we can end on a high note. I had the friend who called me when my phone was eaten and consumed by your couch. He asked me to send a link because he also seemed quite interested in the fact that I'm podcasting. So what is the... I don't know how to send links. I'm still at that stage in my mentality.
I can give that to you. It would be kind of wrong for me to give links to how to listen to the podcast in the podcast.
Why not?
Because...
What if they stumbled upon us by accident? We have to, you know, I don't know.
We're on Spotify. The Spotify link is extremely complicated and is not actually like a link. It's just it's a thing. It's like Bitly.
It's like a string of characters?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Look up Beanstalk on Spotify. Look up anchor.fm/bean-stock. Look up Google Podcast Beanstalk.
I'm assuming when you say bean-stock, you're not actually writing out hyphen, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
I was kind of hoping he was. I'm like, Because it's a podcast, we'd never see it.
Yeah, I guess so.
then when the hard documents come
I
out,
just
right?
figured-
Oh, Jesus, Christopher.
I just figured we'd clarify.
There's
that.
hyphens all over it.
Well, I guess we can end with Bulbasaur. Hey, Bulbasaur.